How can artists safely store wet oil paintings when working on many pieces? Imagine having several oil paintings in progress and wondering how to keep them safe without ruining your work. If you work on multiple paintings at once, storing wet oil paintings properly is key to avoiding smudges, sticking, or dust damage. Let's look at some simple ways to do this. First, you can place small spacers like cut wine corks or silicone dots at the corners of each painting. This creates a tiny gap so the wet paint surfaces don't touch and stick together. Then, gently stack the paintings face down on top of these spacers, forming a protective sandwich. This method keeps the wet surfaces apart and prevents smudging. Another option is to store paintings flat in large plastic storage bins or boxes. Make sure the box is just big enough to hold the paintings flat without bending them. Using plastic containers protects the paintings from dust, dirt, and environmental moisture. Always line the inside with acid-free paper or mats to avoid any chemical reactions with the paint. If space is limited, lean the paintings vertically like books on a shelf. Keep them slightly separated so they don't touch. Position them at an angle with the painted side facing slightly away from dust or debris. Remember, avoid direct sunlight and extreme heat or cold, as these can cause cracking or discoloration. Once the paintings are dry to the touch or have been varnished, you can store them in plastic sleeves or bags for extra protection. This keeps dust and handling damage away during drying or future storage. Keep your studio clean and dust-free, and store the paintings off the floor to prevent dirt from settling on the wet surfaces. Be cautious not to stack too many wet paintings together, as handling becomes tricky and can damage the paint. Also, avoid storing oil-soaked rags or materials nearby, because they can catch fire spontaneously if not disposed of properly. For valuable or delicate pieces, consider using museum-quality slip sheets or acid-free backing boards between paintings. If you need to speed up drying, a gentle fan can help, but make sure it doesn't blow dust onto the wet paint. Using these methods, artists can manage multiple wet oil paintings safely, protecting their work while keeping the studio organized and efficient.